Hello, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Just going to pour myself a drink here. This is the Blyth Brewery American Pale Ale, and it's crumbs. It must be about 5 or 6 months old, if not more now. Probably closer to 8 actually. So. Okay. Well, it hasn't lost any of the hops anyway. Cheers. Lovely. So, this week then, as you can see from the title of the video, I've been brewing Saison this weekend. It's actually a double brew weekend. The first day, well, on the Friday, I brewed an Amarillo ale, which you can probably be able to hear bubbling away in the background here, and then went on to brew the Saison, and you'll see the process of that just after this. And I also received today, which is Monday, I received some beer mail, first beer mail I've ever had, and that was from Steve Wilson. And in there I've got the Zombie Dust version 3 extract brew, 3.4% ABV. A strawberry beer, again an extract, which is 4.2% ABV. And then I'm very privileged to try his first brew in a bags. And I've got the Yorkshire Bitter at 4%. And he sent me an Old Speckled Hen clone, again a brew in a bag, at 6.6%. Crumbs, that's going to blow the socks off, but I'm sure it'll be very, very nice. So they've arrived today, so I'm going to put them aside, or I have put them aside already, and hopefully they're chilling down there nicely and settling down, and I hope to do a review of those over the next week or so, and I'll put those up. Okay, so all that's left for me to say is enjoy the rest of the video, I hope. Don't forget, if you feel like it, to subscribe, thumb up the video, and I do enjoy reading your comments, and I do try to answer them all. So I'll see you at the end of this video after this. So here we are, about to mash in. There's 12.5 litres of water in there in the mash tun. This is for the Belgian Saison. So we've got in here Pilsner malt, Cara Munich, Special B, wheat malt, Munich malt. So there's quite a mixture in here. So I'm just going to give it a stir. Make sure that there's no dough balls in here before adding the next amount. As you can see, I've got a little bit left to go, so we'll put that all in, then we'll get back to you. So there we are, all mashed in, and we'll just take the temperature. You can see, doing this one-handed, so it doesn't help, but we'll see what we do. Excuse me for the jerky. We'll have a look and see what the probe is saying. It'll help if I switch it on. Right. So we're about 63.7. So I'm going to have to heat that up a bit because it wants to be about 65. So I'm going to add some more hot water to bring it up to at least 65. That's 64 or 65.3. We're getting there. So it just depends where it is then. We're almost there anyway. And we'll get back to you. So there we are. I've adjusted it to about 66 degrees, and it's going in there to mash for an hour. I've brought it inside because it's quite cold outside, and in the kitchen it doesn't lose anything at all. So here we can see the hops that will be going in: Magnum, the Australian Golden, and the yeast I'm going to use, if it'll focus, is the Bell Saison from Idle Valley Brewing. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're going to start running off some of the wort, which is just like sweet water at the moment, into a jug, and it'll be cloudy when it first comes out, so we'll do the first couple of litres into the jug and then we pour it back into the top to filter down into the grain bed again. When I've done that, we'll come back. Okay, you can see it now running in, and a couple of litres I have put back in to the top to filter through the grain bread, but now it's running clear. We call that process vol-offing, for those of you who don't know. And now I'm just doing the first runnings of the wort into the brewing bin, and then once we've done that, we'll fly spark. I have to say that looks an awful lot darker than I was expecting for a Saison, so it could be very interesting. We shall see what happens when eventually we get it boiled and then set to work with the Belgian yeast. So we're heading up there to the 27 litre mark. It's up to 25 now, so we should hopefully collect about 27 litres, and then that'll go into the boil kettle. So we've got about 27.5 litres, nearly 28 litres I think, in there, and ready to go for the boil. So we're cranked up, and hopefully it won't take too long. So I thought I'd come inside for a few minutes. Well, it's a bit close, I'll take you further back. And once the boil starts to head towards the boil, and I'm just checking on the hop additions. There's only 2 hop additions. One is the Magnum, which is an 11% Magnum, and there's 13 grams to go in there at the start of the boil. The second drop is right at the end of the boil, and that's the Styrian Golding, and there's 20 grams, I'm just checking there, 20 grams to go into that. So we'll go back and you'll see us, next time you'll see us is when the hops go in. Okay, so the boil is eventually reached. Seems like it's been going on all bloody day. And I'm about to put the first drop in, which, as I said earlier, is the Magnum. And there's not very much hops in this at all. So there she goes. Crumbs just had to avoid a boil over there. It is going like the clappers. Okay, settle down a bit now. So, timer on, and 70 minutes. Here we go. Hit the wrong bloody one. Ready. Wind's getting up there now. I'm brewing in the garage. It's not looking so nice out there. It was raining earlier this morning, and then we've had a lovely afternoon, but it's looking a bit grim there now. Well, it's looking like it's going to persistently rain. It's about 25 now on Saturday. I'm enjoying it because I've had a double brew day. Well, yesterday and today, not all in one day. And a little sustenance whilst brewing. I'm in the process of making a pizza, some mozzarella coming up, and quite a few bits of different types of meat on there. The wife hopefully will be coming back with some chilies to go on, so that should feed us in about an hour's time. Oh, I'm also doing a garlic bread as well to go with it, maybe with cheese. So yes, I like to make my own pizzas from scratch. And the brew cat is about to get skedaddled because we don't like the cat up on the surfaces. I'm going to clean the surfaces now, little so and so. And our brew dog. So we've got Twinkle, who is the dog, and Tilly, the cat. Wow, how much steam? I was going to show you the final hops going in. You can hear the alarm going off for the end of the boil, but it's not going to clear. Okay. So the final hops went in. Oh, you can see the hole behind me in the ceiling there. I'm busy putting some steps into there. But as I say, the final hops have gone in at the end of the boil, which is supposedly 20 grams of styrene, but the alpha acids that I've got in the styrene are actually half what it suggests in the recipe, so I've doubled the amount, so it's 40 grams gone in there. I also added 5 minutes before the end 200 grams of, sorry, there's something gone past my eye, 200 grams of honey, and I've never used honey before, so it should be interesting in there. Okay, right, so I'm just spraying around with Star San. We've already put the sterilised Star San, the fermenting vessel. So this is the Saison going in. Plenty of splashing. Yeah, lots of oxygen in. Just about there, I think. There we go. Now we've just got to Star San everything we're using. I'm about to put the Saison yeast into the fermenting vessel. So you sprinkle it on the top. Okay. And then we'll have the lid going on. And airlock, which I'll put the lid on shortly. And that's that for now. Thank you. So here we are, we've got it in the utility room with the boiler and everything. It's going to be really warm in here. It has to be about 24 degrees to start off with for the first 4 days because it's a Saison, and then we rack it up to about 28 even if we can to for the rest of the fermentation period. Hopefully that should give us a nice Saison-y flavours. Okay, so here we are back again. I hope you enjoyed that process. I'm looking forward to the Saison. It's going away like the clappers. and do it in its nut. It's up to 26 degrees or so, so it's quite warm in there, but it needs to be warm. Eventually I'll see if I can get it up to 28 degrees for the last few days of the fermentation before bottling that. So thank you very much indeed for spending your time watching my video. I do appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who subscribed, and we'll see you again next week. Stay safe, and we'll see you now. Bye.